Good morning, and it is a beautiful morning. We've been up since before sunrise. We spent a lot of time online this morning looking at options of places to go with the boat, to potentially leave it, depending on where we arrive at. Let's see how far we get today. Well, we're starting the day with a big lock, 7.5 metre fall. Emma is inside. She woke up just before the lock, just after we'd called the lock keeper to say we were coming. Emma woke up, so she's now watching a little bit of Cities of Gold just to get us going. This lock, fortunately, is easy because it's got floating bollards, so we've tied up fore and aft. We just talked about that. It's probably easier just to go on the stern here and just have both lines, the bow line and the stern line, come into the floating bollard on the aft quarter here. Ideally, I'd like to be able to do most of this myself, do it in a way that I'm doing nearly everything, because I want to take as much pressure off Rossella as possible. She's got so many other things to do, you know, working online and looking after Emma. She's also doing the cooking and the washing up. I normally do a lot of these things as well, but here I'm doing all the boaty stuff and Rossella's doing everything else, which is a lot. So I'd like to try and reduce the workload a little bit, and also Rossella tends to get very stressed with things, like if they start to go wrong she gets very stressed. She's brilliant, I'm extremely grateful for everything that she does, but if I can try and do a little bit more myself with the boaty stuff, then that's better for the team, really, you know. We're a team in everything we do, so just try and do what I can to improve things all the time and try and make this as stress-free as possible for everybody, really. As you can see, we've come down a long way and we should be nearly finished, and then we'll be releasing the lines and we'll be free to go. Another big lock here. It's been very easy, just got the lines on. The bollard here. I've just been talking to Rossella. I'm going to move this horseshoe buoy as well because it's like right in the way of what I'm doing here. I think I'll try and move it around the back here. But anyway, this is good. If it stays like this, then it's great. Yeah, so if you just take yours off, please, thank you. I've never been so close to a cooling tower before, of a power station. You could hear the water rushing down, kind of like a waterfall sound. And the lock just called up. At first he was speaking French, and I didn't know if he was speaking to somebody else. I presumed he was talking to another vessel. He may have been, actually. And then he came over the VHF in English. I believe he said there's one boat to go first and then it's going to be our turn. It looks like there's a barge in there now, so we'll hang back out of the way of them and then we'll be able to go once they leave. It's really warm today. I saw some guys on a motorboat go past a little while ago and I shouted over "nice day," made the kind of universal sunbathing arms out towards the sun sign. And he was there with a hat on and no shirt, and he was like, "Hey, quad chair," or something like that. "I'm cooking," I think he said. We're lucky to have this tarp. It's very good for the rain, but it's also very good for the solar panels. It's also good to keep the sun off us as well when it's a day like today, for my pasty British easily burnt skin. So yeah, beautiful day, lovely and warm, hardly any wind, perfect. Hi there, I've turned ads off on this video so you shouldn't have any interruptions at all apart from this direct offer from me. I recently got an email from Matthew, who I advised, and he followed what I taught him and he bought a boat at $40,000 less than the asking price. The asking price was $159,000. He bought it for $119,000. If you want to know how Matthew achieved that result, then click on the link. That'll take you through to a quick video, a couple of minutes, and I'll explain to you how Matthew did this and how you can potentially do it too. So this lock's gone very smoothly, touch wood. Every so often that fender catches and rides up, and I turn to starboard. That turns, then brings the mast in towards the front, but it drops the fender, allows it to drop down, and then I can just steer back to where we were before. And I've just got a line on either end of the cleat. That's just enough. I can hold it, you know, very easily, and use the engine to do my manoeuvring of the position of the boat. We think that that's a recycling pile of glass because it's twinkling in the sunlight. Twinkle, twinkle, pile of glass. Yeah, it is, Emma. You can see a car windscreen there. I can see a car windscreen, so it's all broken glass. Wow. Sometimes Emma isn't very patient. It's twinkling, it's broken glass, it's twinkling in the sun. Oh wow, there's a big industrial thing there in front of us. Didn't expect that to pop up. Yeah, so we're just about to pass from the canal Charleroi, Bruxelles, into the river Sambre. Exactly, that's what I said. And we'll see what the current is like once we get there. Wow, look at that big factory, Emma. It's like something out of a film. Look in front of us. Look at in front of us, Emma. The big factory, look, it's crazy. It looks... Wow. Lots of the boats here have Italian names. This one's called Ottimista. We only saw once they'd gone past, but Ottimista had a whole family on board. There was quite a nice car, and there was presumably a wife and some children on board. They were kind of relaxing in the sunshine. Quite nice to imagine different lifestyles that people lead, doing jobs that people don't even know exist. Well, here we are in a big city again. Hello. It's really weird. You kind of can't get your head around just appearing like this from you know, 2 minutes ago we were somewhere that didn't look like a big city. It's quite industrial, of course, but then all of a sudden you're right in the centre of the city, and your brain doesn't really have time to process how you got there, so it's quite disorienting. There's Lidl. We did see that on the map, and we thought we might have been able to stop here to get some shopping. It would have been extremely handy, but the sides here of the river aren't really so suitable. You might be able to do it at a squeeze if you wanted to spend an hour faffing around, but no, we decided to skip this, continue ahead. The houses here, the gardens of them, back straight onto the water. Somebody has a boat there from their back garden on a winch, which drops down into the river. Pretty handy. I think we're going to find a place to stop for 10 minutes if we can, just to have a quick bite to eat in peace before continuing for the day. We've just seen these big things appear to be turbines. Pretty cool. It's like a waterfall. Look out of the window, Mummy! Well, we had a tiny little bit of excitement just before lunch. All the instruments stopped working. So, I mean, the river, it's been 4 metres more or less, 3.8 now. For a while, so I wasn't concerned about the depth, but handing over the control to Rossella, when she can't see the depth and she's not been watching the depth gauge, it's been consistently this depth for a while. It wasn't ideal. Anyway, we just handed over for a couple of minutes. I went inside and I saw straight away it was just one of the battery switches had got knocked. So I thought I was going to have to go in. That's all right, it happens to all of us. I thought I was going to have to go inside the electrical panel and look for the problem, but actually it was just fixed, so that was good. We like fixes like that. And now we're just having a meal on the move. Engine's just ticking over. We're doing just under 3 knots because the river is flowing with us gently, so it's very peaceful. We've seen this barge before, Tatiana, on our travels, and I believe that they're about to lift up their very nice sports car onto the back. There it is. They're going to lift it up onto the boat, that car. Well, we've just tied up here at this little Halte Nautique, and it's a beautiful little sun trap. Unbelievably warm here. Obviously this concrete wall's been heated all day and it's just really lovely. It really does feel like we're heading south now, so really enjoying this. This is a huge Lidl. We do like these shops. This one's particularly big, which has its pros and cons. You know, big shops you get more stuff, obviously more selection, but not quite as quick to get around as the little wee shops. So they're all good. Both options are lovely. some food. It only took about 30 minutes of looking at the menu and people helping us out to try and work out what's what. We really need to brush up on our French, don't we? It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's a real handicap. See, Emma, this is why learning language is important, because then when you go places, you know what you're doing. And it doesn't take half an hour to order some simple food. Okay, now you're not going to believe us here because we seem to keep filming every time we've got chips. We don't eat chips, really, it's very rare. But yeah, except on this journey, every time we stop to eat somewhere, once every few days. Yeah.
Under control.
Exactly. Anyway, yeah, so we've got cheeseburger and some chicken stick things. And Rossella's got a cheese, what's it called? Cheese crack. And very reasonable, it was only €13.80 for the 3 things here. So very good. This is an excellent free mooring on the river, handy for town, pretty comfortable.